Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the first Shop My Stash video of 2024. We are having a clean slate for this video. My current Shop My Stash bin is totally empty as far as the Shop My Stash goes, but I have been storing my setting sprays in it because I'm completely out of room in my storage drawers for makeup. So I'm just going to go ahead and take out all of the stuff I do have in this so that we can just really start from scratch. The only thing I want to keep in rotation that's already being in the organizer is this SPF from Kopari because it does expire this month. So I want to use this through the end of January and hopefully finish it up like early into February. I'm going to keep using it until it's empty as long as I've used it up. Like by February, I feel like it's not going to expire like, you know, the exact month, but I need to use it up very, very soon. So I've been working on that. And then I like to just go in order. So here is my primers, foundations, and concealers. I have a couple powders because they won't fit in the other drawer. My makeup storage really does fit my makeup very well when I have a Shop My Stash rotation going on because it holds some makeup so then the drawers aren't overflowing. But when my whole collection is in the drawers like this, it just gets very, very full. So I'm excited to pick some products to actually use. So for primer, I want to pull in this primer from Cali Ray. This is my newest primer. This is the So Blown Clean Blurring Primer, but I also want to pull in the Glossier Future Dew because I've been really liking this to add just some dewiness to any look. I've been liking a more glowy type makeup look lately. I want to pull this in because I almost decluttered this and then I didn't, but then the next time I used it, it looked awful on my skin. And I want to try this in like very small doses to see like if I still want to keep it or not. So I want to try it out with like half a pump or less, like all over the face, and maybe see if I would like it almost as like a tinted serum type product, which makes me wonder like, should I bring in primer that I could mix it with? A tinted moisturizer, I mean, not a tinted serum. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know, because the only one I could really mix it with is this one from Wet n Wild, I feel like. And I don't want to go through this, I don't know, I kind of want to try it. This one's almost empty, so I'm like trying to like ration it for some reason. I think I'll go ahead and pull this in because I think it's about the only primer I have that would mix well with the foundation. This one is just so much more blurring that I don't know that it would work really well, but this one's more like a moisturizer, so I want to try that. And then I could also maybe, I maybe could mix these two together. I'm just trying to use this up anyways. I know probably you're not supposed to mix an SPF with a foundation like to get all of the coverage of an SPF, but I'm willing to try it because I'm trying to use that product up. So I might could like use a layer of the SPF and then also mix it in as the foundation. But I do want to have another base product to use because I don't want that to be the only one. So I want to pick one that I know I like, which I like all of my other ones, so that shouldn't be a problem. Part of me wants to pull in this Kokie one because it is my newest one. And I'm already feeling like this Shop My Stash rotation is going to have so many products in it because I haven't had a rotation in a while. I don't know. I'm really feeling like it. So I'm going to pull both of these in for now. If the rotation seems like too full, I might put one back. But for now, I'm just going to stick with that. Okay, so for concealer, I do want to pull in this Lottie London Under Eye Brightener. I usually use this underneath concealer, but I really like this product a lot. For concealer, I think I'm going to pull in these two. So I'm going to pull in the Kokie Be Bright. I really want to use this one up. It's super peachy, so it's just like not my absolute favorite, but I would like to use it up. And then I want to pull in this one from Neutrogena. I haven't used this one in a couple of weeks, and I do really like it. I feel like I need to test it out more though, just to make sure that I genuinely do like it, but I think I do. I just haven't used it like a ton. So I want to use that some more. That's going to be everything out of this drawer, which is kind of a lot, but that's okay. Next up, I want to go ahead and pick powder so that I don't have to put those into the other drawer again. So I do think I want to pull in this face palette from Sydney Grace. This is the Luminous Light palette, and I have mine in the lightest color of it, or like the lightest colorway option. So I'm going to pull that in because I haven't used it in a long time. I'm also not going to be adding any eyeshadow palettes in this rotation because if you guys haven't seen my short form videos lately, I've been trying to use all of my palettes at least once to kind of start out the year. That is based off of my eyeshadow palette ranking based on actual usage. There's just some that I'm like never reaching for, so I want to try and use all of them at least once this year. So I'm going to start out the year by doing that. So I don't need to pick any of those. So I do have a little bit more room in the rotation this time around. I am trying to use up this CoverGirl powder. I really need to repress it, but I think I'll go ahead and pull that one in. I'd like to use it up. I'll put it in here. And then for a more glowy option, I think I'll pull in the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I've been using this glowish pressed powder a lot lately, but I'm gonna give it a break and use this loose powder. That'll be everything from this drawer. So now it all fits very comfortably in the drawer. Okay, next up for cheek products, I know right off the bat, I wanna pull in this bronzer from Too Faced. This is the Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I've been really liking this one for some reason lately. It's just that the tone of it looks, I feel like, really nice on my skin. It's been my favorite go-to lately. And then I'm gonna pull in this one from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the contour wand. I just really want to use this up. It is getting pretty old, and with it being a liquid product, I really need to use it up. I feel like for that same reason, I'm gonna pull in this highlight from Rare Beauty in the shade Enlighten. I honestly haven't used this in quite a long time, but again, it's a liquid product. It's a bit older in my collection. I'd like to continue using it. For blush, you know I want to reach for my favorite Patrick Ta one, but I kind of want to pick something else. I want to hit pan in more products. This is one that I feel like so many times I've tried to hit pan on, but it just has so much product in it, which is a great thing because it's expensive. But I'm going to pull this one in from Hourglass. I have mine in the shade Mood Exposure. And then I think I'll pull in this blush as well from Kaja. This is the Whipped Dream blush. And it's a little bit more of like a neutral pink tone. And then for a more peachy colored highlight, I'm going to bring in this one. This is actually from the e.l.f. Bite Size Face Duo in Cantaloupe. I really like that one. I'd love to hit pan on it. So this gives me a liquid option, obviously, but then the face palette that I chose also has like a more pearly sort of a shade. So these are pretty similar, but at least they're different textures and different formulas. And then the e.l.f. one will give me a more peachy option. So I think that's going to be it for my cheek products. By the way, I'm planning on this to at least take me up to February. And if you guys are new to my channel or haven't seen any of my Shop My Stash videos before, I just use this rotation during the work week because it streamlines my makeup collection and it makes it a lot faster for me to get ready in the morning. And then usually on the weekends, I give myself full reign over my whole collection. If there's something one day that I just really want to use that I don't have in my rotation, I'll just reach for it. You know, it's not that serious, but that's typically what I use this for. And I find that it helps me get ready a lot faster because I have all my products right here and there's just less choices in general. So this is what has really worked for me. So let's go into the eye drawer next. I am trying to decide about my mascaras. My eyes have been really irritated lately, and so part of me is thinking I need to just like start from scratch again with my mascaras because they've just been so irritated. But when I looked back on my channel, like a lot of these are newer to having been opened, like the Oma one, but the Oma one's just like, it's just okay. I don't really love it. And then this Maybelline one I really like, but I haven't had it open but for like a couple of months. I feel like it's not so bad, but then again, like my eyes have just been super irritated. So I'm kind of thinking I might need to, but then this one from Ulta is like really new. Also, the last time I used this, it did not smudge. So I'm still testing that out because the first like 3 or 4 times I used it, it smudged like crazy. But the most recent time, for some reason, it didn't. I usually just pull in all of my mascaras that I have open into rotation. I'm going to go ahead and do that now, but I'm going to see how long, I'm going to look again on how long they've been open. And I might just go ahead and at least wipe these 2 out and then kind of start over because this one from Ulta is really new. But as always, I'm going to pull in my regular brow products, the e.l.f. Wow Brow in the shade Brunette, the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Cool Ash Brown, the Clear Brow Gel from Anastasia, and then the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen in Ash Brown. Those are all of my brow products essentially. Oh, I'll pull this one in too. This is another Clear Brow Gel. It's from NYX. I want to try this and see if I like it. I haven't really reached for it lately, but I'm going to keep my brow products and mascaras in this little bin this time because I'm not pulling in any eyeshadows. This whole bottom drawer should be able to hold any lip products that I want. I usually put lip products in this though, so that'll work out really nicely this time, I think. I do want to pull in this eyeliner. This is from NYX. It's their Emerald City colored eyeliner, and I have only used this once, but I really want to use it more, so I'm going to pull that in. I always pull in my NYX glitter glue. I use that pretty much every day. For eyeshadow primer, I think I'll pull in this one from About Face. This is like a good everyday eyeshadow primer, but I don't think it like really makes my eyeshadow last as long as some of my other ones, especially in comparison. Like this Ulta one is so good, and so is the CoverGirl Lid Lockup, honestly, but I do really like this one still. I feel like it helps my shadows blend really nicely over top of it. When it comes down to like comparing my eyeshadow primers, I don't think it's the best one. I wish it was, because I love the packaging of this one. I love how it has the doe foot. I much prefer an actual doe foot applicator for this type of product, so I really do like this one. I'm gonna go ahead and pull in both of these eyeshadow sticks from Wet n Wild as well. I haven't used them in a while and I would like to. And then the last thing I want to pull in from this drawer, I think, is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio eyeliner. This is in the shade Rose Quartz. It is so pretty and so glittery. I wish all the other shades were as glittery as that one, but it's okay. I also want to pull this in. This is the NYX Epic Ink Liner in the shade Brown, and I have not used this in a while, but it's kind of getting old. Actually, it's definitely past like the 6-month mark for sure. I'm gonna use this and see if it's still working. I don't use it a lot, so for some reason I feel better about like using it a little bit after the expiration, but I need to use that more and then probably get rid of it in the near future. Eyeliners just don't last very long, like liquid ones. I don't like either one of my black liquid liners, unfortunately, right now, so I don't know. I don't want either one of those in rotation. Okay, I think that just leaves lip products. So lately my lips have been super dry, so I'm definitely gonna pull in this from Kopari. This is their lip glossy in watermelon. You know what? I'm gonna try this again. So I tried out the Inky List Tripeptide Plumping Lip Balm, and I was gonna film a video on it. I actually started filming a video on it, but if you guys remember, I was trying 2 new lip products, one from REM and one from Kaja, that were like really drying out my lips. And for a while there, I wasn't sure if it was this. I don't think it was. It was just a bad combination of using them at the same time. So I'm gonna pull this in and see how it does now that I've got like pretty chapped lips in winter time. So I'm not gonna pull in the Kaja one right now. And it wasn't, oh, Kopari, not Kaja. It was the Lottie London product, not a Kaja product. REM and Lottie London. I do want to pull in this one. I used my Ulta points to get this and the matching lip liner from Natasha Denona, which I'm going to pull both of these in, but I just want to point out, like, look how massive this lipstick is. Like, let me show you a more standard lipstick size. They're the same height, but it's just, I don't know, it feels so bulky, but look how little product is in that. Like, for this entire packaging, that's it. I don't know, is it just me? Like, that feels like such little product. This one is this is like my most used shade. So let me compare it to one I haven't used as much. Like, look how much is in that one. Is it just me? Or is this Natasha Denona one like a lot smaller? Maybe the actual bullet is, I don't know, like that just seems like such little product. Let's see how much it really is. So the Natasha Denona product has 3.5 grams and the Ulta one has 3.96 grams. So it does have less product. I would say that's like decently significant less product. I don't know. Is that just me? Like, it seems like it doesn't have a lot in it. Either way, I've been really enjoying these, so I'm gonna pull both of those in. And I do already have the lip gloss that matches with this in my purse. I use it all the time. So other than that, that's a more like mauve-y option. I want to pull in the MAC lipstick in the shade Hug Me, and I do think I'll swatch these so I can kind of get a good mixture. So here's Natasha Denona, My Dream. It's a really, really pretty lipstick. They look similar here, but I promise this one looks more like a brick tone, and this one looks more just like my lips on the actual lips. But that's interesting. They swatch so similarly. Speaking of more brick type tones, I kind of want to pull in this one from Ulta Beauty. Why do these all look so similar? This one's slightly more bold. It's in the shade 323. And I'm kind of wanting to pull that one in. For a more warm tone option, I'm going to pull in this one from Rare Beauty in the shade Talented. I just need to use this more. It's just a little bit too drying for my lips. I would not repurchase this one. And then I'm going to pull in this one from Neutrogena. This is their Moisture Smooth Color Stick in the shade Almond. and it's just a little bit more like comfortable. I realize these all look the same, but this one's a lot more sheer on the lips, so it feels a lot different. I kind of just want options this time. So I'm going to pull in this one from NYX in the shade Minimalism. This one is a more pink tone option, and at least it looks different in the swatches. So that should be a pretty good range of lipsticks, I would say. And then for lip glosses, I do want to pull in this one from Milani. I recently picked this one up and I have not reached for it in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to pull that in. It's a more peachy sort of lip gloss. And then I'm also going to pull in this one from Alamar. This is their birthday suit lip gloss. I love this one, but it's so sticky. Like, I love the way it looks on the lips, but it's really sticky, and it's also pretty old at this point, so I probably need to get rid of it decently soon. I'm going to stand this one up actually because I want it to settle. I want to see how much product I have left because there's a lot of like windowing in the actual packaging. So I'm just curious to see how full it actually is, but I'm going to pull that one in. And I think that'll cover it for glosses. For lip liners, you know, I already pulled in this Natasha Denona one that matches the other lipstick from the line really well. I am actually going to go ahead and pull in this one from Rare Beauty, also in the shade Talented. I'm just going to give it another shot. The last time I used the liner and the lipstick together, I didn't like it, but I'm going to try it out again. This might not be the best time to do that since I've had dry lips, but hopefully the Inkuless product will help with that. Oh, I'm going to pull in this one. This is from NYX. I do really like this. It's a more pinky toned lip liner. It's in the shade Fierce Flirt. And let's do one more. I'm going to pull in this one from Revolution and Soph. It's the lighter of the two, and I just honestly need to use these up. They're getting a bit old, so I'm going to pull that one in. It's a bit more orangey toned. So these are going to be all of my lip products for rotation. I feel like that's a good mixture. And then lastly, for setting spray, I already have this giant Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless setting spray sitting out on the Vanity, so I'm just going to use that this rotation because I really do like it. Definitely feels weird not to have an eyeshadow palette in here, but here is my Shop My Stash rotation for the next couple of weeks. I plan to use this for the rest of January, and then in the beginning of February we will do a new basket that will take us through Valentine's Day. So this is going to be everything I will be reaching for during the week through the end of January. So let's go ahead and get ready with some of these products. Okay, going for a bit more casual look, just in a t-shirt today, but I do want to go ahead and get ready, and I'm kind of going to lean into the green theme. I did go ahead and pick an eyeshadow palette because I am trying to cycle through all my palettes, and since I'm not working today, it's a good day for me to use the Nomad Iceland palette because it's more colorful. I'm planning to only dip into one shade from the palette, and I think it's going to be the shade Elves, because I do really want to use this NYX eyeliner that I pulled in my rotation, but I want to dip into this palette. So I'm going to start out with the eyes. I kind of want to do like a winged liner. One of you guys actually mentioned the last time I featured this palette about doing a winged green liner. So I'm going to kind of play on that idea. So thank you for that idea in the comments. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to start by priming the eyelids with the eyeshadow primer from About Face. I've been trying new face cleansers to try and replace my favorite Tatcha one just because it's so expensive. And the one that I used yesterday, like, it gave me almost like, it looks a bit like eczema. It's just like dry patches that are burning right now. I kind of forgot about them. I thought that they went away, but they're just like really bad dry patches. And two of the cleansers I've been trying seem to be doing that to my skin, so I'm not going to be using those anymore. They're just like awful on my eyes. Okay, so next up I'm going to use this Wet n Wild color stick. This one's in the shade Nudie Culture. It's the matte eyeshadow stick from them that I have, and I'm just going to kind of use this to cover up the veining on my lids. I'm going to try to be really careful with it because of that dry patch. Like, it's actually like both of my eyelids are burning a little bit right now. It's not from the About Face primer though. It's because of that face wash has been like really drying out my eye area. Probably shouldn't be wearing makeup today, to be honest, but it's okay. Just blending this in with my finger, trying to let the warmth of my finger blend it out versus like going over it with a brush or anything. I was hoping it'd be a little bit more gentle. Oh my gosh, it's like so patchy. What the heck? The eye look might just be a little bit patchy today, not gonna lie. I'm gonna leave it at that and just go with the liner look I was thinking of. So I'm gonna use the NYX eyeliner and just create a winged liner. I do wish that this pencil was a bit more creamy. I'm gonna sharpen it and see if that kind of helps, because it did have a little bit of like gold glitter on it as well. Yeah, that helped quite a bit. Kind of flaking. The pencil's like breaking as I'm using it. Oh my gosh, what a mess. Okay, we might just have to like not look so closely at the eye look today, because I did not realize how irritated my eyelids were. Just gonna clean up the edge of it as carefully as I can. We're gonna call that good. It's like the sloppiest liner look I think I've ever done. And then with a little liner brush, I'm just gonna pick up a bit of that shade called Elves, and I wanna put this on top of the liner, but just in the inner portion of it. Okay, and that's all I wanna do. I wanna stop touching my eyelids because they're not feeling so good. I really didn't know that they were that bad before I put on my eyeshadow primer. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead and curl the lashes and add some upper lash mascara. And I'm gonna use the Ulta Beauty one just because it's the newest one. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the face makeup now. I do wanna go ahead and put on some of this Kopari SPF, but it is snowy outside and I have no plans to leave my house today, so I'm gonna just mix this in with the Physicians Formula foundation. I'm not gonna apply a layer of SPF first. I'm telling you, like, all of our curtains are shut. Like, I'm not even going outside. My face will not see any sun today. I'm just gonna go ahead and mix them because I wanna see if that would work really well or not. So I'm just gonna apply maybe like a pump and then a little bit more than a pump of the SPF. And then I just want to put like a little bit of this and see how it goes. Like not even half a pump. So that's going to be my ratio there, and we'll see how it goes. The reason I'm trying to mix this is because the Physicians Formula foundation just looks really, really yellow on my skin. And I like the texture of it and I like the coverage of it. So I'm trying to figure out a way to make it work. I'm just gonna try and apply like a little bit of this. I probably won't even use all that's on my hand. I don't know. Maybe I could have even used less of that foundation. But let's try. I'm gonna blend it out with my sponge and we'll just see how it looks. Okay, so now it basically has no coverage, which is to be expected. Mixing it in with the SPF. Has like very, very, very little coverage. I have a fuzz on my face. I don't know. Now that I have it like blended in, it definitely isn't covering a lot, but it looks really nice. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more onto my most red area here on my cheek. See if I can build it up just a tiny bit, but I really do want like a minimal makeup look today. I'm obviously not going anywhere, so I just went a little bit. I am actually filming a vlog today though, so it will be seen a little bit by you guys in this video and that one. Well, I would say it's definitely not as noticeable. The last time I wore this, I was editing back a video and it was just like a line and I tried to blend it down, but I feel like you could still really tell. So I didn't use most of that. I just used what was already on my finger from blending it and then like a little bit more. I don't know. I think it'll be a good way though for me to use the Kopari one, because on a regular day I would apply a whole layer of SPF and then mix it in. So it'll help me use that up since it's expiring soon, and it will help me use this when I haven't been reaching for it lately. So I'm gonna count that as a win. Overall, like, I like it. I'm gonna apply the Lottie London under eye brightener and then the Neutrogena concealer, but it's a really pretty, I feel like, light coverage option, and I don't have a ton of like light coverage options. You know what I'm really curious to know is if you guys are interested or have been curious at all about the Typology brand. I feel like I've seen a lot of people using their products lately, and I myself have been less into all of the new makeup and I've been a bit more into skincare lately. And it's kind of supposed to be a mixture of both, like tinted skincare basically, but it looks really pretty and I've been liking the idea, at least. I'm not gonna say I've been liking lighter coverage products because I don't tend to use them a ton. I just have so much redness is like my concern with it. Also, I feel like because I'm so fair skinned that when I apply tinted products, it feels like they barely have a tint to them because they're so pale. I don't know, like I just feel like there's been a couple times where like I've gotten spray tans or whatever, and if I apply a foundation that's that color, it feels like it covers up my redness so much better. But because I'm so fair-skinned naturally, because I don't usually tan, it feels like when I apply a product that's my skin color, you can still like really see through to the redness unless I apply a decent amount. So that's kind of my thing with light coverage products, but the Typology ones look really nice. They're just kind of pricey, but I'm interested to see if you guys are into them. I'm trying to purchase less makeup this year, but that being said, like that's one thing that's kind of piqued my interest lately, and I would be willing to try it, especially if you guys want to see it. I could maybe pick up a couple of the products that I've been interested in, or hopefully that you guys have also been interested in, and then review them for you guys. So let me know like if any of that has piqued your interest. But I'm gonna apply a little bit of concealer. I'm trying to keep it kind of minimal, and we'll go from there. But it has honestly piqued my interest a little bit, just seeing other people use it. It looks really nice. I like the aesthetics of the packaging, but the product itself just looks pretty. I don't always buy like makeup that's skincare, you know what I mean? Like I tend to go for different products, but they look like good makeup products, and it would be nice to try them, I feel like. I don't know. They're pretty pricey. So let me know if you're interested in any of that, and also if you've ever tried it, let me know if you like it or not. That would be helpful to know. Okay, so definitely a lighter coverage base look, but I'm liking it. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand next. This is one, I really want to use this up. I'm actually going to wipe off some of the product that's in the sponge because I haven't used it in a long time. And then I'm going to squeeze up a fresh bit of product to use. This thing's pretty close to being empty, I feel like. So a lot of you guys mentioned that in my Shop My Stash videos that you want to see this portion of it where I actually use the products to get ready. So I am going to try to do that more often this year. I can't promise I will do it every single time because the Shop My Stash videos are some of the easiest to film because I like to do them because I actually use them. I use the Shop My Stash rotation, so it's practical. But I don't usually have to include my face in it, and so it's a really quick video that I could film like after work one day if I'm not really in the mood to film. And it's also one that I can film like if I have a lot of headaches, and if I have a headache, I can film that one still because I'm not looking into lights like I am when I'm filming my face. And I can't film without lights because this room gets like zero natural light, and it would look awful without my lights on. So I really like Shop My Stash videos, and not to say that I don't like this portion of it, but sometimes it's not super practical. But I will try to include this portion in the video whenever I can. So I do appreciate you guys mentioning that you like that. I think I might have used a little too much. I'm going to apply some concealer down the middle of my nose. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and use the cream cheek products. So the next one's going to be the Rare Beauty highlight in the shade Enlighten. My favorite way to use this is to dot a little bit of it onto my finger, and then I tap it to my other middle finger. Then I switch one hand over, and I end up putting the product on my first two fingers of each hand. The reason I do this is because if I apply too much in one place, you can kind of tell exactly on my face where I first set the product down. And in the past, when I first got this product, if I would use a brush or a sponge, it would result in the same thing. But I've noticed that when I apply it this way, it looks very pretty and seamless. And it's just been the way I've applied this product for a couple of years now, ever since I figured that out. So if you ever struggle with this product because of that, try this method. And sticking with the cream theme, I'm going to use this Kaja Whipped Dream Blush. I might should try this blush the same method because it's doing the same thing I just mentioned. The highlight does. For powder, I'm going to add a little bit of this e.l.f. Halo Glow. First, I want to kind of tap out the concealer under the eyes, make sure it's not creased, and set the under eye area. I'm also pulling the powder down just a little bit around the nose, and I guess a little bit on the chin too, because it's a little bit shiny and a little bit right between the brows. But other than that, I'm going to leave everything the way that it is. None of these products are like too tacky after you use them, so I feel like they dry down well enough to wear them for the day. I'm really trying to touch my face less this year. It might be a weird goal to mention, but I feel like I always find myself like when I'm on the computer or really anything, like I will put my hand like this on my head or like, you know, touch my face, which probably isn't helping any of my redness. So I'm really trying to be proactive about that. We'll see if I do any better. All right, I wiped my lips off just to get any foundation off that was on them. So now I think we just need to do eyebrows, lips, and finish the mascara and maybe add a setting spray. So I guess let's go ahead and do the setting spray before I add any more mascara. This is of course, the Charlotte Tilbury one. I love the setting spray so much. Okay, for brows, I'm gonna go ahead and do those before I add any more mascara to let the setting spray really dry. But I'm gonna start out with the NYX micro brow pencil. Kind of comb through the brows first, and since I'm doing a more natural look, I'm going to try and kind of lightly fill them in, which I usually do, but I really want to try not to use like a heavy hand with it. That's going to be it for the pencil, and then I want to use a little bit of the brow marker also from NYX. Not my best brows, but we're gonna leave it at that before I go overboard. I think today I'm gonna try this one. This is the NYX Control Freak Clear Brow Gel. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. The wand on this is just like huge, which I just don't really understand. Like, why does it need to be like that for your eyebrows? Okay, I'm gonna add mascara to the lower lashes now using the same Ulta Beauty mascara. This is the New Heights one. Got some up there, whoops. I just much prefer how my eyes look with mascara on the bottom. I don't know, I just feel like it opens them up or something. It's one of those things where if I don't put mascara on the lower lash line or the lower lashes, I feel like I just don't look like myself. I'm gonna let that dry and then I'll get it off. So let's go ahead and do the lips. I'm gonna do the Natasha Denona duo because I've had some of you guys ask about it. So this is the lip liner, the Natasha Denona My Dream lip liner. Very, very similar to my natural lip color. And then the lipstick, I've noticed like it's really creamy. It's a little bit thick. So if I don't kind of blot the bottom lip right here in the middle, it can kind of leave a very obvious line. And I don't know if that's because my lips tend to be more dry. Like they're pretty dry right now. I kind of have to blot that area right there in the middle. Then it applies it really nicely once I do that. So here's how that combo looks. I feel like this lipstick is pretty creamy as is, so I don't tend to add the lip gloss on top. What I'm more likely to do is wear this and then as it wears off, reapply just the lip gloss. It's kind of what I end up doing throughout the day because I find that the lip gloss is easier to apply without a mirror, and I'm just not one to like fix and reapply my lipstick all day long. I wish I was, but I just don't do that. So now I'm going to use the spoolie from my eyebrow pencil and try to just get that little bit of mascara off. Trying to be very careful though, because my eyes are like, my eyelids are like peeling. Okay, but that is it for the get ready with me portion of this video. So that means that this video has now come to an end. If you guys watched the whole video, thank you so much. Let me know down below, are you happy to have this get ready with me portion of the video? It seems like most of you guys wanted that. So I do hope that you guys enjoyed. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Please give me a thumbs up on this video if you did enjoy it, and also be sure to be subscribed to my channel. But that's all I have for you today. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.